dumb. Oh, oopsie. I said that right in my video. My face was like,
oh my goodness.
yeah. Okay. So we are going to be learning about force and motion and everything. So the first thing I have to ask is, what do y'all know about Newton's law of motion?
Is that an object will stay in motion? An object in motion will stay in motion unless acted upon by
There you
an
go.
alternate force. or
Yes.
Something like that.
Yes. Good job. A for the day. But what do we also know about objects when they're moving? Do they go like this? Do they go in a circle?
It's like a continuous.
It's a
direction.
continuous line until what, they hit something, right?
Yeah.
So like if I threw this in the air, like it's gonna go straight until I hit it, and that goes down. Thank you, thank you. And then again, if I threw this at Mallory, but she's gonna deflect it, it goes down because the opposing force, the stronger force, which was our hand to deflect the straight line, beats the force of gravity. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at this. So what do you think the idea of this contraption would be to do? What do you think?
I would really want to.
Gravity's maybe pulling it down
Mhm.
and that holds it up.
Yeah, so is this creating that unbalanced force that's getting hit when it comes in contact with something? Maybe.
Maybe.
So I have a cup of water right here, and you can see it literally, like, it moves, it's water. It's not anything fancy. I'm gonna put it here, and then we're gonna put our fingers through this loop, and we're just gonna swing it. And notice what happens to the water when I'm swinging it like this? Like, what
It's
is?
like staying still.
Yeah, it's staying still. It's almost like it's a solid, kind of like a Jello or something, right?
Yeah.
So then I can swing it around my head
Wow.
and nothing comes out.
Wow.
So thinking about Newton's law of motion, how do you think that how do you think I can go like this and the water doesn't just come pouring out on top of my head?
Because you're like doing a continuous motion.
There's a continuous motion happening, but this is just a continuous motion. Like if I were to let go, what's gonna happen?
The water's gonna fly out.
Yeah, so what do you think the force is, or the unbalanced, oh my gosh, the word is leaving my brain. I guess the unbalanced force. What do you think the unbalanced force is that's keeping this object from just continuing on into a straight line?
Your hand?
The gravity?
There's gravity, yep, there's gravity pushing down, but then there's also,
The motion, so like the way it's curved?
yeah, so when I go up and around my head,
Oh, because of the curve.
because
So
of, yeah.
It was turned the other way and you did it, it wouldn't work.
It
Or
would.
would it work? Oh, then I don't know.
So by the way that I am doing this, there's the different forces, right? And everything in Newton's law, they'll just continue to go straight until, see, like, I didn't mean to drop it, but see what happened was when the forces were not equal anymore, it's gonna drop and the water's gonna come out of it. And that's just because there's a harder push on the bottom of this that's being equal with the gravity
That's pushing down.
that's pushing down on the water to keep the water placed at the bottom. And that's why when you swing it around, it doesn't come out. So I'm gonna draw a little diagram for y'all, just so that we can see like how the forces come together and are able to push down on each other. So what we have is what is this? We have the spill knot table. So here's the contraption. There's the loop that you put your hand through, and then here's your cup of water. And then we're gonna look at the cup of water specifically. And then, so we have the force of gravity coming down, but then on here, we have no gravity, or no other force happening coming up from the bottom, but on this little spill knot tray, we have the force from the bottom coming up, holding and creating that equal pressure, not pressure, equal forces on both the top and the bottom. So that way, when you spin it, it still has the force that would be coming down from the top. It switches.
So it's like it's still the whole.
It's like it's still the whole time. Mhm.
Wow, I think it for sure.
Yeah, let me make sure. Yeah, so this is called centripetal force, a big word.
Why is it called that? Yeah.
So wasn't prepared for that one.
Sorry, I just didn't know if like centrifugal, like, I didn't know what that meant.
It's so that it's all equal. It's all equal, so that when it goes in a circle, it has the top and the bottom, the forces are equal.
Gotcha.
So when it's at the top, gravity's pulling it down, but the other thing's pushing it up.
Yes, exactly. So now, right here, how it's just like regular, like this, the gravity is just hold
Pushing
it.
down.
So this is pushing down, like the gravity's pushing down, but then this one is pushing back up.
Mhm.
And it will still work if there's no water in it. Like I can still spin it and the cup doesn't come off because it has the same idea. It's just cooler with the water in it.
Mhm.
So where do we see this like in real life? If like I wasn't just like,
Like a human.
yeah. Let me think. That's what I was thinking of when you go to the amusement park and you see the roller coasters going up in like the loop-de-loops
Uh-huh.
and how they
Oh,
don't
yeah,
just
it
fall
doesn't fall
down. How they
down.
don't just fall down. They have that centripetal, that's the right word, right? Centripetal force, where they're each balancing each other out. So the roller coaster doesn't just come.
Yeah, or like if you swing a bag around. like
Uh-huh.
that.
Did she swing that around?
I dropped it.
What?
I dropped it, but that's the whole
Let's-
thing is that,
Let's get some more water in there.
Yeah.
Get water in there?
is there more water?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta do it so it works.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Oh, it worked. It worked. It
Oh.
worked. And then I dropped it and I
Oh.
said, see, this is what happens when you
Okay,
don't.
Okay, but you got to see it go upside down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
At one point, it like lagged, like in the middle. It didn't go